guys, welcome back. I decided to go live because I was still dealing with this printer, and there's nothing wrong with it. That the customer is going to come pick it up. They still having the same issues with transportation, and they working on the budget. So hey, I said I've got you still. So I'm doing some maintenance, keeping everything still in print condition. So that's what we're doing. So we up here about to print this image out, and I can see that it's not printing because we don't have the right driver selected. So let me go up here and select the right driver just to keep this printer in good print motion, because I don't want to have no problems. So that's what we're doing. So I want to speak to you guys about print head issues, maintenance issues, and we're going to see who's having these problems, because I just was at a print shop yesterday, and they had a guy who came in, and he has a company in Lakewood Mall, and he deals with DTF, and he has the same type of printer, and he said that his printer only lasted 6 months. Well, the first one lasted 9 months, and then the second one lasted, I think he said 7 months, and then the third one he said lasted 6 months. So it went from 9 months to 7 months to 6 months, if I heard him correctly. And he said that he was having issues with the printer, with the capping station and print heads and whatever. He changed everything, and he got a 6-month run with a brand new print head, brand new capping station, and ink selector. So he had basically a whole brand new printer. And he said he didn't print no longer than 6 months. But the first printer that he got, he said it was 9 months. There we go. So we got the right driver select. Let's got the printer. So I was just thinking, listening to him talk. He was talking to somebody else, and he asked me, "Hey, do you do DTF?" I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "What type of printers do you print with?" I said, "The same ones that you're speaking of right now." And so I was just basically, listening to what he was saying. So I was telling him to repeat himself again, because I was just ear hustling. So he basically was telling me the story I just told you guys, and I said, "Well, how is your printing environment? How is the humidity inside there?" He said, "You keep it at a certain temperature. It don't ever go over 55." He said. I said, "Okay," but I still didn't understand. Was it maintenance issues, or was he having, not properly agitated the inks? It can be variables, but what he told me, it seems like he was having problems with his ink system. Putting agitated inks in the morning, maybe he shook them too much, introduced air into the lines, and or he wasn't cleaning the printer properly, and start having some issues. So I was thinking to myself, just like right now, this printer how it's printing out, the white is not coming out as white. That's because of the humidity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this print. So I'm not going to keep on printing, and I'm going to do a power print, because it's kind of humid inside here. And if it's humid in here, and that's one thing I'm going to tell you guys, if it's humid inside your print shop or wherever you're printing at, that's going to affect your printer. If it's too cold inside your print shop or wherever you're printing at, it's going to affect your printer. So trial and error, doing this consistent, looking, seeing what's going on, start to see something that's different, that every time when you print, it won't be the same. It'll be something different. And from that point, you can start seeing and getting your eyes trained to know exactly if you're going to keep on printing this image out and waste a lot of ink, or you're going to stop it and then do a power clean or do a nozzle check and to see what channels is not properly functioning right. So that is something that a lot of people just overlook. And when you overlook those things, it can make the printer in a further off state of not printing those channels. And it gets to the point to where you lose channels, power clean, they come back, and you print, and then somehow through the print, you lose it again. That got something to do with your humidity. It has nothing to do with, well, it can be humidity, from my understanding. So let me backtrack. From my understanding, that has something to do with humidity. You know, so you have a lot of people getting printers and they going and researching, and then they find out information and they go with the printer, and then they got to figure out how to make this printer keep printing. It's not just buying something because it has a good print head and expect it to keep on printing like that. It's going to have some type of flaws in between. Trust and believe that. So we're going to wait on this printer to actually, what is it doing? It should have actually, let me go ahead and unplug this right here real fast. We get that to come back out. So what I did was just reset the printer, just disconnected the USB cable. It's going to reset it. I have to go ahead and cut it, because that's what I had to do. Strip it. So let me show you guys this white, how it's coming out on here. Oh, I got my finger on this, okay. So this white not supposed to look like this. So the actual image is coming out super nice, but the white on the back is coming out kind of look like it's dry. The reason why, because it's hot, it's kind of humid in here. And I got the fan on, I got the actual door open, so you can feel the cool air transition coming in and out. And that's not how you really want to print. But like I said, what I'm doing is keeping the printer just, you know, and keeping the service up until it's ready to go out to the customer. So I'm gonna do a power cleaning just because what I've seen. Once you guys be able to know, and you look at your images, because some people would think this is fine, they'll print this out, and then the customers will get it and they'll powder it. Well, you'll powder it, you'll send it to the customer after you finish baking and all that type of stuff, and you get some dye migration. The colors on the face won't look so vibrant. They'll start to try to look like they're kind of like, what you say, it has a weird look like it's burnt. Just put it like that. Like, wow, that one looks like it was better when I pressed it. That's because sometimes the white is not white enough on the back. But that's the only thing about DTF, because we have people that want to have the softest image, the softest touch, and you have to actually monitor the white on how you put it on the back. But this is not monitoring, this is actually what's called the ink is drying. But my whites normally I set to 30 or 35, depending on what size of the image I'm printing. If the customer wants, you know, something that's light, and I come back off the white. But this is at 30, and it shouldn't print like this. It should be way more white that's laid on. I can basically see through this right here. But yeah, so you see this right here? It's like, this right here is basically called just the Kendrick Lamar little thing that was going on. They Not Like Us. You can see they got Ty Dolla $ign. There's a couple other people that I don't really know who the rappers are. So yeah, so I'm gonna print the full image out. You guys can see what it's looking like. But yeah, we gotta make sure this printer, you know, I gotta keep the maintenance up. That's why when I service a printer for people and it runs perfectly fine, I let them come get it and grab it, because I don't want to have to deal with maintenance in the person's printer if I'm not gonna be printing with it. So that's just one of the things I don't like doing. But hey, like I said, I help people that need to be helped, because I know sometimes people are gonna do it for me. But other than that, I'm not gonna sell myself short. Well guys, thank you guys for watching the channel. I just came down here just to you know, make this the printer. So I said, why make this the printer? I'm just talk to you guys about what's going on. So the maintenance tank on these printers, if you have your pads inside and a little cover on top, you guys probably want to remove that. And if you guys having any problems with the cartridge, so far as you shaking the inks like this or whatever, that can introduce air into the line when you actually do a nozzle. Like head power cleaning or normal cleaning, whatever you're going to do, is going to take the ink from here and put it all inside your lines and the print head. And if you're printing whites, it's going to have all type of, you know, air and everything going into your transfer from the piece spitting on the back of your film. And some people don't know what that really is, because they don't really know what to look for. So, you know, that's why I recommend people who print with these printers, keep these cabin doors right here open so you can actually monitor the ink consumption. Because sometimes you think that the ink up here, if I say it's halfway full, but it's a little bit lower in the cartridge. And in each channel on these printers, if the ink is super low and you print with it, that means the printer has to work harder on that channel to push it out. And that, or if you run it dry it can burn that channel out, and a lot of people don't understand that. So that's one thing you don't want to do. And people that not experienced, you know, they don't tell you when you buy these printers, hey, keep your cabin doors open so you can be able to see the ink consumption. They don't tell you that. That is something that you got to learn within becoming a printer, trying to see what's way more convenient for you and what's way more sufficient for you. This is my method that I come up with. See me, it's a little lever on the side that you can just flick up like this on both sides. And I just pull these doors, on my printers, I have these doors off. I don't have these on my printers. I take them completely off. And I keep it a habit to look at all the ink cartridges every other day if I can monitor what ink is, you know, what levels so I can keep it full. Because if you have all the ink full inside the printer and have evenly pressured, it's going to work to its best ability without giving you any problems with the cartridges later on down the line. Because some people have two cartridges and one cartridge is dry with ink, and you lose color like that too when the ink channel, when the cartridge is super low inside the when the ink is lower in the cartridge, when it's like probably like right here, and it's supposed to be up here, you can actually lose color. And then when you're losing color like that, make the print head stress harder working on that channel, and that channel can possibly burn out. Because remember, the print heads need to stay cool. That's why the ink is pushing through the head, it's keeping it cool, it's cooling it off. And inside your print head, you have like a little thermal, I want to say like some type of regulator that's inside of it, you know, for, you know, it won't overheat itself. And a lot of times if it gets hotter than it's supposed to, it can overheat. So remind you guys to keep your ink cartridges full at all times, or don't let them go lower than halfway. So, but if you got multiple printers, then you got multiple jobs, you got a lot of looking to do. And for give you guys some FYI, if you guys have a print shop and you guys hired workers, make sure your workers is able to know and look for the signs of what's going on with the printers. Because remember, at the end of the day, they're just there to keep printing and be done with the day. Make sure the prints come out looking nice, but you have to monitor the printer, how it's printing as well, and look at the images and make sure all the colors and everything is coming out. So that's a very big job. So some people don't understand how really what's the word I'm looking for, precise you have to be with DTF. You got to be precise. So far as with the maintenance of the printer, has to be on point. Don't over maintenance the printer. Like I just had learned something today. Somebody just had taught me something, not today, but yesterday, taught me something about the printer that I didn't even know, that he asked me a question about, and I really wasn't for sure. And he went and found the answer and came back. And it was how to remove a part on the printer with the pad on. About the spit box. Something to do with the spit box, I'm gonna say that. I'll probably have a video showing you guys that. So, and from me knowing that, I approached the printer in a different way on how I clean it now, just by me knowing that. So I know what I was doing, the method I was trying and I was doing was very successful, but it's a better way of doing it, a way easier way of doing it. And that's what I know for a fact. So yeah, so let's see what this coming out now. There we go. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these to be, you probably can't see here, but I'm looking for those to be bright white. I'm looking for those channels to be bright white. That's what I'm looking for. So I know that now when I lay this ink down, it'll come out looking super nice, how it's supposed to. So let's go ahead and do another print. But this is a trial and error type of things, guys. So don't think that you're going to just get this overnight. It's going to be this easy, you know, easy breezy. So I learned these methods and stuff with me, you know, messing up a lot of printers, going through a lot of print heads, and just basically trying to, you know, learn the methods. A lot of people are going to teach you, but you still have to have hands-on to understand what's going on, especially when you're trying to run a print business. Have a print company, have multiple printers, and the task at hand is like, man. So my main thing I could say is make sure you keep your indoor humidity down low. Get you one of these. Make sure you look at this indoor and keep this down low, because you still can be 54 and it still can be kind of hot inside here. So make sure that it's cool and a nice, good environment, and you shouldn't have no problems. But a lot of printers a lot of people who print in colder climates all the time, they subject to lose a lot of ink channel just because of the climate. The pressure in the air drops, and when it drops, it affects your printing. So I'm gonna speak about that on another day. But yeah, that'll make you drop and lose pressure, guys. Humidity. So I keep storing stuff everywhere. I don't have no place for me trying to. But yeah, that'll make you just lose a lot of, make some of your ink channels just disappear. So and yeah. So other than that, we're gonna try to take this print out. I want to see how it's gonna come out. They're not like us. It's gonna look super nice. It looks super dope. Let me show you guys what it looks faster when it gets printed out. You guys can check it. You see, how you like it. So this is it right here. They not like us. The little Kendrick Lamar. Him and they get the battle rappers is starting to put it down. So somebody said, hey, we want this image like this. Can you print it for us? I said, yes, I can. I sure can. So let me see how it comes out right here. Let me go ahead and move this over. Lift this up. See now the white is coming out white. How it's supposed to. Let me show you. You guys can see how it's starting to take shape. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, because you want to make sure that you get your whites and everything good. This is at 30, so I'm not gonna get too much white on this printer, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, I don't have any extra whites to give nobody. So whatever they gave me, I filled it up. I put ink in it as well. And, so that's what it's almost everything is in there full. So they should have no problem with it. But yeah, so we doing a favor. Like I said, the person was done with DTF. They didn't want the printer anymore. So I was like, okay. And they was, home business, person getting up and going, got a couple of customers and things and whatnot. And, they had a little problem with the printer. So we here. It's a printing in good state. The colors, no banding in the white, no banding in the color. So, then I just connected another one. It's like it's like gray. No, it's not gray, but yellow. So the actual connector in the back, you can disconnect and it won't operate the secondary pump. That's what I think, because I'm not a professional. Or your printer will make a loud ass noise that it makes loud as hell. Especially when you're printing at nighttime, shit is super loud. But yeah, so you disconnect it. And with the film that I use, the F.O.M DTF film, it's a heavy matte film, and we don't have to have that much, suction on this printer because the film is heavy, so it's automatically going to drop. Some people have film and they use 24-inch printers. If your film is not good, you're going to have problems with your prints. Head strike, all types of different things with your prints. So you want to keep that in mind too. But I like the way it's printing. And another thing too for you guys, if you're printing and watching printer, you're watching the print, if you look directly at it, this is from this is me personally. You can see the banding, but if I like to look from the side. If I look from the side, I can see it actually cutting and layering in the actual transfer. And I'm looking like, I don't like where those lines are laying. And it's better for me to look at it like that. So I'll stop the print and I'll do a cleaning or I'll do a nozzle check. But normally, before I print like this, I have done all those things already in the process, because you don't want to be stopping when it's time to get into a print job, especially when you got like 300 or 400 prints to do a day, 500 prints to do a day. So you don't want to be having any, mishaps or any mistakes to go back on when the production starts. When it starts, it starts. When it goes, it goes. And it doesn't stop for nobody. When the train is going, the train is going. Man, so yeah. But I've experienced all type of different type of experiences with this. I experienced all type of different experiences. I experienced all type of different mistakes with DTF prints. I'm gonna keep it like that. So motherboard issues, print head issues, A139 codes, what's that, 1130 codes, 1140 codes. It's a lot of different codes. And if you look them up, you can see what they are. But it's kind of like a card. One thing can trigger all type of stuff, or one thing can make multiple things happen. If they take away this problem, and all the other stuff go away. So that's just the main thing. But as long as you don't blow your motherboard, people who taking their print heads off, make sure you get the properly flush the print and properly dry your print head. And probably get you a little fan. Probably get you a little fan, something like this. It'll be easier for you. And why I say that is because you can get you like a little shoebox or something, and you can prop it up inside there and sit it up in there and have like it propped up, have that little fan right there. And once you prop it up like this inside of a shoebox and there's nothing else going past, the air is going directly in, bouncing all around. It says the cut, you can see. Okay, no it's not. So once it's bouncing all around, the air all around, it goes directly inside here. If you just sit it up like this in front of a fan, it's gonna be air gonna be all over the place. It ain't gonna be going in one direction. So that's why 95% of they people who take off this print head, they blow it out. Because they sit it in front of the fan, they dry it out, but they don't properly do it. It's a technique to do it. You gotta have it enclosed. So if you don't have it enclosed, then man, you're gonna be, I think you're having a print head issue or something, anywhere $1,500, $1,800, $2,000. Imagine a motherboard. Imagine maintenance. Imagine if you had the printer sitting up for a while, a couple of months, because you can't have the capital, the finances to get the print head, and once you finally get it in the motherboard, now you gotta flush all the ink out of the lines. Now you got another problem you gotta deal with, because the ink dries in spots. It don't just dry. All the ink ain't gonna dry up, but it's gonna just dry on the spots. So you don't want that to hit your print head, because if it does, clog it up again, be mad. Okay, so so that is just FYI, guys. But here we go. They're not like us. Oh man, look at that. That look nice. I like that. Probably make one of these shirts myself too. They're not like us. Damn, that came out super dope. That came out super dope. I don't even think this is Ty Dolla $ign. I just said Ty Dolla $ign. It don't look like Ty Dolla $ign. I just said it because he had long hair. But y'all check this out, guys. You see that quality right there? They're not like us. The Bloods and the Crips united, coming together. That's a nice thing. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar, man. Shout out to K-Dot. K-Dot then went and put it together to where he had all the Bloods and Crips to come out. Not every last one of them, but a lot of reputable people. And it made it look good in the city of Los Angeles, the city of Compton, Watts, LA, South Central. It made it look good for the city. That, it had no violence. They went in front of Compton Court building. They actually, did a video shoot. A lot of people giving out love, their condolences and stuff like that out to people who had passed away, who wasn't there, and who led the way for them to be there, to put them in that position. So they still gave memory to the people that wasn't, the fallen soldiers, stuff like that. So I thought that was a real good thing, man. Real good thing. But anyways, guys, so I'm about to get out of here. Show you guys one more image we did yesterday as well. Just threw it on the side right here. We did this for a customer. They should already receive it. What we did was we redone it because his face looks like it's orange. Got a lot of orange looking in the face. So we went and took and drew back a little more color out of there and got his face with that orangey look up out of there. So they got this one, and when they get it, they're gonna be happy. And we're gonna do a review about that too. I try to do different reviews and on certain little things, but I'm not the person that really have the time to do a lot of reviews on different things and whatnot, So I try to, whatever I feel that you guys should know is going to be valuable to you guys, to open your eyes a little bit more wider. I put it out there. But other than that, man, shout out to all my people that's out there that support us. Shout out to my boy Shaw. Shout out to my boys. Who else want to give a shout out? Shout out to my boy Shamaje, man. Good producer. coming out of the city of Compton. You know, S Black. Shout out to my boy, man. Shout out to my boy C Mel as well, man. Another good brother that's a artist. You know, that's out of Long Beach. You know, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my boy Dio, man. I want to shout out to everybody, you know, that supported me and everybody who always continue to support me. Shout out to everybody. If I didn't mention you, man, you already know what's up, what it is. But all the people who watch the channel, I really appreciate you guys for sitting and taking your time out to watch the channel. Thank you very much. It's a blessing for me to sit here and do this. And sometimes I feel like I don't want to do YouTube no more. It's too much. They don't watch the channel. They watch the views, low views. I'm like, I don't got that many views. Why I want to keep on doing this? But I'm like a big baby. Like, man, why are you crying, man? Shut the hell up and just do your thing. Just put your business out. Just put it out. Promote, promote, promote. You know, so that's why I do it. I don't do it for people to follow me and I'm gonna stop. You know, fuck all that. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna strive for greatness. So until then, you guys been great to the channel. Go ahead and support the movement. Go and purchase a F.O.M DTF shirt. Become part of the company. Be part of the team, and join this raffle that we got. We giving away a lot of stuff. Somebody gonna get something. I'm just waiting on I'm not the person that's gonna be behind picking the people. Somebody else is gonna find out who's gonna be the winners because there's a couple of different names that we have. So it's gonna be lovely. But first person win, everybody wins something. But it's gonna come from the biggest items all the way down to the smallest items. That's how it's gonna go. So maybe you win a printer, ink, powder, film. Maybe you win some software. Maybe you win a whole set of ink. Maybe you win a whole, 50 or 60 game sheets or 30 game sheets and a heat press. Who knows? Who knows? You guys need support. That's the thing about it. We're going to help people. So many people can't be in the position to afford these printers. Some people can't afford to buy heat presses, or they probably want to upgrade. They can't. The business is not going too good, or maybe they don't really know too much about it. We're going to help all the ones who's less fortunate make it. So, thank you guys for watching F.O.M DTF. My name is AL, by the way. If anybody needs to reach out to me, we're doing trainings on these printers right here. If you guys need any training, it's going to be a paid training, but it's going to be well worth it. Video, we want to get into it, show you the different type of components and what you need to worry about and look for, and maintenance and service-wise. And other than that, guys, just reach out to me. Go to the website. Go ahead and go to FOMDTF.com. So numbers at the top, and I hope to hear from anybody. I know we're at different time zones, so hey, just give me a call. So we'll figure it out from there. Peace.